Da-na-na-na-na. Da-nan-dun, 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 da-na-na-na-na. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Ooh, I didn't want to peek. I noticed I usually peek. Welcome back, gods and goddesses. I'm back, and I'm kind of recalibrated. I'm kind of different. I'm kind of new. I'm kind of stronger. I'm kind of different. And I have to give this to you all. You know what I mean? Like, I know you could probably tell, like, man, this man is like, what is he? Like, you know what it is? All right, I'll put it like this. This here is that, by the way, Podcastissio, in case you didn't know. But it's like a spiritual high. It's like a purposeful high. It's like when you know what you're supposed to know. There's a feeling involved. And, I'm supposed to be here with you all. Shout out to my air hustlers. 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 You know what? All my air hustlers, I owe you all a project. So as of now, I was actually prepping and getting ready for this next project for you all. As music in general, and it will be music in general. I always make music in general, but I think this time I'm going to actually have a conceptual, thing. Like, and I think I want to make this about air hustlers. I want to make this about the air hustlers. Shout out to you all, by the way. I hope you all are using your magic, using your will, using your energy, growing where you need to grow, doing what you need to do, expanding how you need to expand. I wish nothing but the best for you all. And I know that this pod, you'll be better than the last. And I don't believe in you. No. I will not be the lie that is lived. No. I do not believe in any of my hustlers. I know my hustlers. I know my ear hustlers. This has nothing to do about believing. This here is about knowing. And I know you all. So I owe you all everything. I owe you all. I do. I actually owe you all everything, and I'll show you what I mean. When I say everything, I am everything. I'm everything and I'm nothing, right? I owe you me. I owe you the reality of me. I owe you the depths of me. I owe you me. And I realize in this world of fakeness, in this world of delusion, whether people understand it or not, it's levels to understanding. I'm not here to argue. Yeah. But what I will say is that, for those that put the work in internally, those that are taking the stairs, I'm here with you. I'm definitely here with you. So New listeners. I was about to go into a rap. New listeners, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new, welcome, 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 welcome. New listener. You a new listener. Hey, you a new listener. How does it feel? What they say? How does it feel to be? I don't know. I think it was something from Forrest Gump. How does it feel to? It's like a remnant of an energetic memory there, but I can't grasp the full thing of what I'm trying to say. But maybe it's Robin Thicke. How does it feel? Yeah. How does it feel to know that you are a new listener? Anyway, I'm sorry. How does it feel? Yeah, I mean, you came to, by the way, podcast, and you gonna tell people about us? Or I still gotta prove I've been proving myself. I've been showing what I do. If you've been listening to the others, I have nothing to prove. The only thing I have to do is just push the needle, and I don't even like needles, so I guess I'm gonna just push the energy, and I always push the energy. Always push the energy. If I didn't push the energy, you wouldn't be here. Yeah. So let's get started, right? Let's get started, but let's not get retarded. And if we do get retarded, well, let's make sure we have a flame retarded blanket, because every time we get out of line, we need something to spank it. It's like, if you get something good, well, you're going to thank it, or you better thank it. But some would say, why thank it? Appreciation. Some things tanking, inebriated, and just can't make it. Not to church. I'm talking about to the bathroom. Look. Boom. See, I had you. See, there's a whole lot of things in the mind that you can do, and even your mind, I could still use the bathroom. You almost got, frustrated, but don't be itchy inside. It's like, dang, I can't even curse no more. So if I do say fuck, baby, I really was like PHUCK. See, you got to listen to the words, not listen to the words. See, look, I'm so divine that my mind is like high every time that I walk by. I'm like, damn, you just said hello. One thing about me is when I look up, I'ma always smell yellow. I don't think you understand what that means, but energetically, there's an electric force between me and the solar scene. That big ball that be like, get y'all ass up. But see, look, when you up, you better make sure you got a task up. Do it at your own level. You ain't really got to fast up, but if you do it at your own level, you get comfortable. Over time, you'll fasten. Not like a seat buckle, but buckle up. Buckle up. See, I know some people that are like ear hustlers, right? They're moving, grooving, doing what they got to do. They're teachers and they're students. They're not my students. They're just my cool BHC. They just my cool people, my people angels. They're extraterrestrial. There's like so many angles, but even them, they like to rest in the bathroom or rest in the vestibule. That's what extraterrestrials do when it's like so much inner extra don't mess with you, But from the genetic code, there's some extra testing you. See, if you do evolve, when you illuminate, you'll do it all. Like Duval. You'll fly a plane, you'll make you know what? You make a Jane, a Janet, and a fat little Candace all say they want to be happy. And say, they ain't worried what niggas gotta say. And even understand what, look, it's a whole lot to do about a whole lot to do. Actually, it's just you and a whole lot of you. See, you can't take time, but you can give it. See, you can take 5. Like Robin Gibbons. And I ain't even talking about millions. I was talking about minutes. Or maybe a candy bar. Chocolate bar. You know, one of the reasons I get turned on spiritually is the same reason I'm standing hard. Some men say that they are a man of God. My whole life I felt like I was a man of odds. Like I was a dusty wagon with an old donkey that would just bam and nod. My whole life. But I was so powerful, beautiful. Body is solely and truly a godly. Like a couple days ago, I was thinking about, look, what's real is a choice. It's a light. I'm a voice. What's real is not what's experienced on the daily, seen in the eyes of most. It's not swirled or mixed like Bailey's. There's not really sweet places that it can take me. I don't like dead ends that like to cage me. Things that haven't even grown that feel like they contain me. All in all, who knows or who would have known that it was me that would have jaded me from having connections that meant more to me than they did to them. See, I wanted a word to rhyme with lately or something like that in that word form, but I don't even really understand the word norms. I can make up words as long as you understand what I'm communicating. A spiritual newborn is like you the baby. It's like you got an extra seat to heaven. Okay, you could take me. All right. It's funny. I get in an extra seat, but I use my mind to lift the vessel and take us to where it's divine. So technically, I took you. I don't need a seat. I'm due. The crystal city, the home, and everything is in me. The very king they tried to take a throne from, but hold on and stop meddling. My granny told you that. Look, I don't need a Grammy to hold me back. I don't need a family that's cold. In fact, actually, I like to stand thee and hold her back. Have her back, support her, make sure that she needs everything for her. Have her front and forward so that there is nothing that stops her from going, growing, being more. See, I made a word up. But one thing about me, there's no tight neck turtle. Maybe if I get a couple million, I'll start wearing black ones. But look, ain't no maybe, it's coming. But what's coming is a moment. You know, what's coming is actually a woman. Because I got a little girl. She's growing every day like a blossom and pearls of just a flower, botany, just like her dad. It boxed me. Not in, but like the skill that I want. Boxing, throwing a jab. Knowing that I'm this and I'm that and I am a dad. But I am a mad titan. I got a mind. I don't need a pen and a pad. I don't need to write this. If I did, I wouldn't even do it and it wouldn't be enticing. They wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it. There'd be no lightning. I am lightning. I'm everything. I'm like this, that. I'm Mike. And like the Jordan. I mean, everything. Recording, singing, dancing. It don't even matter. I mean, look, I'm not an entertainer. I'm just a ladder. See, look. Get me in the shower. Let me be in there for a minute. Come out. Dry off. Won't be timid. Have on some music. I always forget to do my moisturizer, but then again, I won't abuse it. See, the thing is, if it's music, man, you never know. I be swinging, I be dancing, I be doing what I got to, and I know I'm on. See, one thing about me, I'm forever on. You don't want to see me dancing straight out the shower. I'm like Mike Jackson. I'm empowered. Sometimes I'll be floating on the carpet. I don't even know how I did it, but I know I started. See, it's a feeling. I be moving hips and shoulders when I do kill it, but I don't kill it. I just revive it. I do just what I do. I am the best in life, and you don't even see it. Don't nobody do. I be naked. I be moving. I be with my groove. What's my groove? In my groove, it's my shoulder too. It's my brown skin body. It's so dark and blue. I'm just lying. It's just me. Darker and everything is just synergy. The chocolate notes that you finna be. That you smell in the air, baby, it's synergy. See, look at me. Look at me. See, you love when a nigger get bigger, see. See, I ain't no nigger though. I've been thinking about figuring those out. Like, how do you get those doubts out of your slip node mouth? Look, I'm just teaching thee everything about me. I go deeply. In your soul, in your spirit, I see in thee. I put my finger in. I reach in thee. I even wiggle around. If my nail or cuticle cut something, then it don't really cut nothing because it's all electrical and I'm moving out. It's like an apartment. I'm soothing count. I knew it now. I do the doubt. No. I move it out. I burnt it up and put it in the blunt. I'll put it in what's up. Hey. I really want to do just what I need to. Chill with some people that I know for real. I know the world is kind of fake and it ain't kind of us, and I just want to keep it here. Keep it here. And I'm going to keep it there. I don't want to keep nothing. I just want to keep us real. As long as it's growing, that's the only denominator. I've been thinking about me, baby. I need another. Another hater. That means I'm more elusified or elated. Or maybe just lit. Let's take that 5 for a second and be legit. See, the world is full of a lot of fake people. I don't like it that way. I wish something could spark inside and they could see more. They could shake and groove from their butt to their neck like they gotta chill. Be different. The exhaust of all the negativity, throw it on the grill. Not to cook it. Just incinerate it. Make sure that it's crispy. Burn it, crunch it, break it down, and throw it away. To make something new so that you can play. Build your body. While you do so, build your mind. Build your energy, your vibe, an electric inside. Hold what you make. Because humans make oil. Humans also make the same things that try to destroy you. But if you do it right, you can avoid Ooh. Those onomatopoeias don't sound good to you. You don't need a conversation. As long as you know what it is and it feels like you kind of made it or you didn't. The recipe is written. The rest of me is testing me to go ahead and give it. I'm raising vibrations. You know what? I want to hop out of this for a second. My mind was just flowing, Joe. But look, I had a dream, right? I had a dream. It was a really short, simple dream. I had a couple dreams recently, more. But in this one dream, I was flying. Now, I don't know why I wouldn't tell you this. I just was. But it felt amazing. It felt like the most amazing thing in the world, but yet every time I felt really amazing, it just started to feel scary. And when it felt scary, I would fall and come down. But as soon as I hit the ground, I would take off again the instant my feet touched the ground. Like, nah, I like being up there. Only to get right back up there and be scared all over again. It was the most craziest thing ever. It was wild. But I was thinking about that the last couple of nights. And I have nothing to go off of this. I know that just sounds, it's actually just extremely random. I'm actually should probably just go into something else. But I don't know, I was just thinking about that. It's just, maybe it's something there. I don't know. Oh man, there's so much. I want to talk about, I don't want to talk about. I feel conversations that I've had inside of myself, and I'm looking at them right now in my head, and they're just flowing and going through me, and there's so much information that I don't even really know how to pull it and just grab it and say it. A lot of it is just me, detailing, the transmutation and the evolution and maybe even the mutation of just the of melanin in general. Due to, I would say, ancient times, what we truly are in, with the electrical surge giving out different outputs based on the frequency of the earth. And they always say nothing is truly set in stone. There hasn't been the truest, I'm not going to say the truest, the hardest of all evidence of everything, I would definitely say. But I definitely say on a day-to-day basis, being a melanated man in a world, on a planet that makes it very difficult for you, and to live in amongst a broken people, in a broken nation, with small, not always trusted groups, grabbing what leftover understanders and people they can. There's not much of the most truest of unity. And I see and I understand why, because the world is such a cold place. As people get older, there's less and less lifelines. There's less and less community, and which is the issue of some sort. But it's also less and less just coming together to create new, which is something that Black people could really benefit from. But the unity of black folks in a broken state as of now only becomes a detriment in a volatile state due to lack of understanding, lack of groundedness, lack of visual reception. It's not any visual, just energetic reception, being receptive to what is, rather than coming with an opposition type mindset. And removing that negative energy, those bad thoughts, that constant mind, that constant talk, that constant voice of just negativity. Until that is truly, truly gone in so many ways, we shall be an infected people, a spiritually infected people, infected with negativity. And the negativity in itself is affecting our energy, and is dociling and cutting off and diminishing and lowering at a vast rate what we could be. Because anybody that is happy and turned up and excited and around people that they know got their back, and this, all black people could have that with every single black person in general, because we're all connected through melanin. That's the way it was before. We were already connected in a certain energetic skin Wi-Fi in a certain type of way. So getting back to, certain things may take what it takes? It takes internal work. It's not gonna happen overnight. It takes minds to give things an opportunity. It takes minds to give themselves a try. It takes minds to value themselves. It takes minds a path or a doorway out of where they are to something new. And when you are in something new, it's beautiful. But if you've never been in something new, you never know what that is, so you can't express or talk about what you don't know. But the thing is, so many people have been in what they have been in for so long, and it's grown and it's gotten stronger and tighter. So things are taking a little longer to truly break through the frequency of what they have grown in. And that's the thing about life. You pay the consequences for the wrongness in which you grow in. You pay the consequences for what you strengthen that doesn't serve you. Because when it's strong and it has a connection and hold to you, you have to deal with the power that it holds, that you gave it. And this goes for so many things, so many different aspects within our lives. And yeah. Let me get a little sip. Gotta go check on the baby pretty soon. But I do want to say, cherish yourself. Definitely cherish yourself. That's one thing that I got by me throughout the journey. I didn't really see me the whole time, even though I saw a sliver of myself. But don't get lost in so many others. Don't get lost in other people. Get lost in you. And then experience them through you. And it'll help you. One of the things I hated growing up is I hated saying and finding myself in conversations or saying stupid stuff, or almost even sometimes not like lying, but not like lying though. Like, it would only happen in very rare moments when I probably shouldn't be talking to these people. But I would find myself in conversations that I didn't want to be in. And I couldn't just pull out of it. And I hated that. I truly hated that. Oh my God. Talk about hell. I really disliked that growing up. But for others, it wasn't that way for everybody. It was just certain parts and times in life. But hey, I do want to say, couple things, put you all on. Let's do a commercial. Don't forget about the BTW tees, first edition. Grab yours, comfortable, stylish, and like I said, it's with community. So I'll definitely put the link down. Don't forget, I did drop Body Full of Light. Body Full of Light. Thank you. If you all did enjoy it, I nothing but appreciate it. If you do want to just randomly, oh crap, tell me how you felt about the project or anything, you can definitely go ahead. By the way, podcast@gmail, and I definitely check it out. But I hope you all enjoyed it. I worked hard on it, of course, but more importantly, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed listening to it, and I'm glad you all enjoyed as well. So yeah. Let me see. And I think lastly, if not at all, I want to put you all onto Link App. Yes. Go ahead, save your 15%, you businessmen, businesswomen, creators alike. And go ahead, just at a tap. You speed up the goal on everything that you're about, everything you've been working on, all your services. And it just, even your contacts, it just boom, just a tap. You get your small little M&M size little tap at the end of your phone, or even on your briefcase, whatever you do, your bag, whatever the case may be. But it just helps you, pass on and transfer communication, not just communication, but it's, contacts, what you got going on, just the whole vibe, everything. So, while you're on the go, just at a tap, and you and some others can mix and mingle and make some things happen. So go ahead, give a Link App. I'll put the link in the description as well, and save 15% on your journey. Yeah. So what do we got? So I'm gonna give an update on this feeling that I was describing last episode, and it's really just a me thing. I got it, not like a me thing. All right, first of all, let me use my words and detail what that is. That's something that I am on the journey of understanding and vibing and have, and I truly get it. And actually, to be honest with you, I understand it so much more. And I realized with this pod, I only really truly discuss things that I've sat on for a while, let bubble and simmer in my mind, so that I've looked at all angles and felt it out, rather than just being hot-headed and bringing something here, even though there's nothing wrong with that. You got to know how to truly do it to a degree. In some ways, you're almost like journaling, but this isn't journaling. And this is podcasting. And podcasting is its own thing. It's journaling. It's everything. It's media. It's all of it. But I just realized more discipline, more training of my mind is needed and is being done. You know what I mean? Like, just my overall operating system. You know what I mean? But I will transmute and use what I feel, because I don't control that. I don't control everything, but I do control certain things. So when things come my way, if the feelings and emotions arise, that's the time for me to use my ability to identify and then properly use, so that it benefits me. Because everything is energy, everything is empowering, everything is power. Energy is power. If you can identify it, then you can harness it, you can channel it. And if you channel it and you harness it the correct way, you can use it for your benefit. And that's what's important to me. But more importantly, that should be what's important to us all as well. We all have our own harnessing to do within, and we all have to grow. We all have our thing. So it's important to be honest with ourselves. It's important to grow with ourselves. If we can't do that, if we can't strengthen that, then you can't do it with somebody else. And even if you do, it'll be dangerous to do it with somebody else, and you don't have that same with yourself. And when I say with self, a lot of people get that hoopla, love yourself, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the things that you know that you should change, the things that you know that you can improve on, things that hurt that you want to grow and improve on, whether it be your body, whether it be something in your mind, whether it be a memory, whether it be just an overall fear. You can't swim, learn to swim. You can't box, learn to box. You afraid of heights, try to climbing. You know what I mean? It's just different certain things that you have the ability to grow in. But the truest thing is, do you have the awareness to know, to identify when it is a moment to grow? Because pain and things are just identifiers of things to better. Your neck hurts, your back hurts, your hip hurts. Do some hip workouts. Do some back workouts. Be more physical. Stretch more. The body is designed to get better. It's not designed to break down with time and age. That's actually BS, if you ask me. Your DNA is light. Light does not get old. Your mind and your perception of how you see things and what you do with your body and the inner input and output diminishes due to your mindset. But we kill ourselves with our thinking without even knowing it. I may say my age, and I even say my age, but I am no age. I am no age. It's just the truest of, you're only born once. Are you? Are you only born once? Birthdays are like countdowns of destruction on a mental note, rather than bettering and a rising, evolving of understanding every solar cycle. Just by understanding your visual or your perception of life and time determines how you age in general anyway. Most people don't even know that. You don't have to think like everybody else. And if you don't have to think like everybody else, you don't have to age like everybody else. And the reason why is because of this. All of us are controlled by our minds. Our minds are an energy that controls our electrical energy, that is the thing that holds and bonds with magnetism, that holds water molecules, that makes you supple and young and gives you moisture and youth. What you consider youth is moisture. As you get older, you lose electrons due to your mind losing away and viewing life away. And when you do that, you lose magnetism and you can't hold on to water, and you dehydrate and you see it saggy and your body doesn't move. You get brittle, you dry out, you die. But you are an electrical being. Don't get me wrong, there's electricity in animals as well. There is aging in certain time frames for certain DNA. But most people here that we see die at a rate that is actually unnatural to them. Most people should be living so much longer. And not only that, with a much more abundant and vibrant life, with a strong back, 70, 80 years old, strong backs, being able to run, hop, jump, move. And these are the things that, but there's a lot of things that, like I said, a lot of things that diminish us and keep us away from being our truest and most best godly self. So most of the ways that we think and view things, it's going to take time to break from. Truly. Don't forget, this here is that by the way podcast. Computer locked on me. We back up. Let me go check on my baby, and I'll be back chilling with you all, and right after these messages. Thanks. I'm back. You like it, I love it. It is what it is. This here is that by the way podcast. Don't forget, if you'd like to donate, support, your support is magnanimously appreciated. You have no idea. You can definitely do so via PayPal at Wickush, WICKUSH. Again, that's via PayPal at Wickush, WICKUSH, and I'll put a link down in the description. So appreciate you. Also, don't forget, we have the BTW tees. Yes, the BTW tees, first edition. Grab you a tee, and like I said, just communicate without communicating without talking. You know what I mean? It just says so much. You know what I mean? So, like minds know, and like I always say, well, like I'm starting to say more, like, share, so that we do get the motion, the notion, the everything out there. I think this is an important podcast, an important platform. I hope you're doing some push-ups. I just put that out there. I feel great. I feel amazing, and I had moments where I almost didn't. You know what I mean? Recently, and I'm here for it. But thank you all. I really do appreciate you all. Let's get back to the show. Well, technically, it was never like we left the show. Man. So, there's a lot going on. I want to talk to you about eliminating fear. Right? I'll use myself as the example. The sacrificial lamb. Now I'm going and I'm moving through and I'm moving forward, right? And I'm seeing so many negative things are being activated within those around me of some sort. And as you all know, I want to be good, I want to be able to take care of myself. I want to be able to, continue but expel upon my art. I want to be able to sit down and meet with beautiful organizations, beautiful companies, about amazing products that I love to, just put out to the world, make it accessible, get behind. I like to be informed, learn so much. I've stated it multiple times. This goodness, these things, these meetings, these opportunities, they're coming. They're on their way. They're like in the mail, right? And this journey it makes me see the whole thing when sometimes, the journey is beautiful. It's a gorgeous word, but I'm not on the journey all the time, even though I'm on the journey all the time. Don't get me wrong. Yes. But I'm right now. I'm not then that I lived and I smelled already and did already. That information doesn't work in these moments right now. What works right now is right now. The presence of now. They're helping to moving forward. Right now, I'm doing a different workout. I'm working my vital core squat. It's a beautiful one. It's strengthening me in ways that I didn't know. Working out your body, taking care of your body, taking time to stretch, taking time to move your muscles, taking time to dance, taking time to move the energy within you, whatever you want to call it. It strengthens you. Movement strengthens you. If your neck hurts, move it. Hips hurt, move them. Feet hurt, move them. Toes hurt, move them. See, movement is medicine. And I'm not going to feel bad, but I do owe you all something. I've been owed you all something for a very long time now. I would say probably the last 3 years, most likely. Definitely 2. But I owe you all an experiential exercise artistic experience video. I'm just not there yet. But when I get an opportunity, I guarantee you, I will show you how to transform. I will show you how to be. I'll show you how to improve. I'll show you. And I'll tell you this. I don't know everything. No. I'm not about to sit up here and tell you I know everything. I know my method that works, but I will say this. There are other methods out there that incorporated with my methods can pull out greater feats, which in essence, I am completely open to learning more to incorporate. And to be honest, nothing is mine. It's just what I've learned and shared. I don't take any ownership on how the body moves and energy. That's I don't know what you call that, but anybody thinking that is that's pretty schmuckish, bro. I'm just saying. You know what I realized lately? So I don't want to curse and things, right? But what I really noticed that helps not curse is to be like extremely like lame, but in like an enjoyable way. Like, all right, I'll show you what I mean. Like, just spend one day being what you consider lame, not goofy and not no bothering people, being retarded, slowing shit down, messing up the order and organization. Nah, nothing like that. Just like in terms of what you consider speech, like talking. Let's keep it in those terms, right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking. And like, for example, like a schmuck, like being ahead of yourself, or being, getting too prissy and wanting too much, and having what's the word? Oh, great poupon, and I can't think of the word, but like, yeah, being that way, I feel like that's being schmuckish, being a schmuck. Some would say a-hole-ish. It's definitely in the same realm. But yeah, I don't. I don't want to curse. I don't. I was thinking of, right? So I was thinking like, and this is obviously this conversation is for the melanated. So if you understand me, you understand me. I was thinking everybody that curse is frustrated and mad, right? And there's two people that come into mind when it comes to the perfect cursers, but both. Look, I'll say this: both are special in their own route, in their own right. I don't know why I said route, in their own right. I spoke about my aunt before. My aunt, she could say a sentence, and she could cuss out. Look. Let me tell you how. All right, look. Let me show y'all. Let me show you how spiritual this is. And I didn't even notice this. We was using telepathy back in the day and didn't even notice it, y'all. Let me show you something. It would be. Matter of fact, I could tell you. Let me tell you this. I could tell you a moment she was talking about another moment, not even the moment we were like actually living in, and people still knew what she was talking about in the story. And all right, look, let me show you. So one time, and I still can't forget the other person. The other person's Bernie Mac. One time, my little cousin, she was having a housewarming party. Her and her boyfriend, like whatever. So we went over there and everybody was chilling, and it was about. It had to be like a minimum of about 10, 14 people because it was two apartments. My other cousin, she stayed on the other side of the apartment. But anyway, her bigger sister stayed there. But anyway, so we're over there and we chilling, and it wasn't really much, tables and furniture in there yet. So I sit on the floor with my back against the wall, and I got my woman with me, and my aunt, she's over there and she's talking and she's standing up. Everybody's like kind of sitting down, like, cause we just moved, and like, she was talking about a story, right? She was talking and she was telling us about a story. And while she was just talking, she didn't say anybody's name, but she was cursing, and she would say, MF, this, right? And if you in a family and you understand the vibes of what's going on, you know who does what. You know the energy of who's capable of doing what level of what type of thing, whatever, right? So we all just keeping up to the. I don't think my mama was at the time, but anyway, we're all just like keeping up and like listening. And she used like each like one sentence she could use MF for like 20 times. Right. And it's just so funny how that got so ingrained into my brain. But in essence, some of the stories that she was talking about was fueled with frustration. So, yeah. The second person, great legend. I'm going to say this, great legend. Actually, I actually just rewatched the Bernie Mac show earlier this year, I believe. Yeah, it was definitely earlier this year. Yeah, Bernie Mac. Let me give a clap for Bernie Mac. Rest in peace. Rest in paradise. Rest in legendariness. Rest in heaven. Rest. Mr. Bernard McCullen. I don't want to get it wrong, but shout out to Mr. Bernie Mac, man. That's a beautiful, intelligent, strong, godly soul right there. But no, he like I remember like hearing his comedy. And what's so crazy is like Bernie Mac is from Chicago, and actually Bernie Mac grew up down the street from my grandma. Yeah, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, it was a place where his grandma had a house where he grew up. And I want to say it's on St. Lawrence. Yeah, but everybody in that when I heard them, I knew that language. I knew that curse so much, don't say much, but yet there was so much information in it. And yeah. So and another thing, even in his comedy, even though he made people laugh, he made people laugh by doing what? By transmuting frustrational energy and things that he went through and lived and made it a happy thing. You know what I mean? But it still has notes of frustration, which was the reason in the madness, or just being somewhat mad. I don't want to say madness. I don't want to put that on him. But what I'm saying is, like, us as black people, we get hot, we get frustrated, and we get mad. You know what I mean? And especially when you go through things over time. And Bernie Mac, he lived way more life than I lived, and a different time, absorbed energy that I don't get right now. You know what I mean? He lived in a time where it was alive. You know what I mean? So having that type of wisdom, having that type of cycling through life, you see things once or twice or three or four or five or six or seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, times you see some stuff. So over time, you can definitely gain an itch. It's all about balancing yourself. But shout out to Bernie. Shout out to Bernie. That is a master transmuter of energy right there. A lot of people don't give Hey, let's take it there for a second. A lot of people don't give comedians their just due. Comedians are two things that you don't really even realize. Comedians are highly intelligent. You can't be a dumb comedian. Like, you can't not have vision as a comedian. It don't work that way. It just don't. It just truly, every comedian is highly intelligent, whether they even understand it or see it or not, but they are. You know what I mean? And on top of that, outside of just being intelligent, or maybe this is an intelligence, the ability to have intel into certain moments and pick and pull things out that are relative and funny, but also healing. That in itself is the ability to entwine into the intel of the information, the life that's lived. And they're highly transmuters. They transmute and turn all of those things that they went through that made them feel odd, that embarrassed them, that they were happy about, that blah, whatever. I want to say blah, 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 but whatever it was, because blah, blah, blah sounds demeaning to the art, and I never want to be demeaning to the art. I love the art, much more respect, but the sort of blah, blah, blah was misplaced. But anyway, yeah, these are gorgeous, creative minds that, if you ask me, I think need to be seen in a newer light, much more respected light. And I say they're not. I think nobody's trying to. I think people respect comedians. Don't get it twisted. Like, people respect funny people, because funny people, like, funny in itself is a certain sense of weaponry. And if you're talking about in a social setting, being funny, it's not really much you can do outside of that, other than the worst. And nobody's just trying to take it to the worst. That just means you just sour. Be more intelligent, be stronger, come back with something, enjoy yourself, and hit them back with something. You ain't never got to give up. Come on now. But yeah, being funny is it's a magical, intelligent essence that people shouldn't sleep on. Real talk. So, but yeah. So in essence, I got some things I want to do. And I always say I got some things I want to do, but more importantly, I gotta be there and give the best for my baby. I can't continue the same way that I've been going. You know, I've been I'm today. I'm today. You know, today I'm stronger than I ever thought I would have been. Even though I'm sore. Even though I'm sore and I'm tight, it's okay. Shout out to my physical therapy. It's pushing me to where I need to be. But I've had a lot of mishaps. I've had a lot of, perceived mishaps. But I say this, I'm at a time where I'm alive. I'm at a time where I'm creative. I'm at a time where I'm illustrious. I'm beautiful. I'm magnating. I'm vibrant. I'm adding. I'm putting together. I'm healing. I'm regenerating. I'm regenesis. I'm everything and a lot. I also understand so much now. Everything has a season, and everything is for a reason. And something that I already knew. I want to talk about. I want to talk about the dissolving of my family, but not really though. There's this thing that it's quite evident and clear now, and I'm not fighting it. It's a change in the dynamic of my family. From being able to raise my little girl, right? And in this deterioration of a relationship that is not my fault. It's truly not my fault. And I know some people may say this and that. No, it's not. Because look, if I did any more, it would look like I'm forcing. And I was told something very clearly that struck a nerve, but also let me know, that at the same time, I don't want to make, the other person seem like a bad person or demonized. But at the same time, there is no same time. I just want to express my heart because I understand that there's a new reality that I have to focus on, I have to grasp. And I know what's best for my baby now, but I also know where I am, also know where I stand, and also know I just learned how to stand. And I'm just learning still how to get out of pain and to heal, because I'm not healed all the way. And I've been forced, because I wasn't able to work, but I've been forced to trust my intuition, trust my creativity, lean here more than ever. And I did. I came here, and I always wanted to be here. Always wanted to be here. If I could be here weekly every couple years ago, trust me, I would have. But I had more of an opportunity to put more energy and more breath into this podcast. And I only hope that it pays off in so many ways, in all ways. And I'm not just talking about financially, I'm talking about in all ways. Like, hope I can meet people that understand me. I hope I can vibe with people that want to build and grow and are as happy or more excited than I am, because usually I'm the one that's excited about a lot of things. And the spirit here in Chicago, it's not really connective. It's not really bright. It's not really light. There's a lot of heaviness. There's a lot of negativity. And it takes energy and it takes strength. It takes willpower to be able to exist in the now. It takes mindfulness. And it takes a will that, most aren't willing to exert or even know how to exert, even know how to be. And sometimes just learning how to be, learning how to breathe, learning how to move past an emotion to get to newer and better emotions, newer and better thoughts. Sometimes people get stagnant. And when you get into an area of stagnation, it just becomes like a thick static, where you just move through, where it becomes people's norm. And when you evolve, when you heighten your energy, when you better yourself, when you strengthen your body, when you strengthen yourself, when you treat yourself better, when you grind, when you create, when you put in the time to study, when you put in the time to read, put in the time to write, when you record and you put things together. This is the magic that allows you to connect for opportunities with a people that, you create a platform, you create a community, you, me. And by doing so, by putting this work in, by learning to transmute this energy, this pain. I remember it was a time I couldn't walk. A lot of you all don't know, I had to literally butt scoot down the stairs to get to the studio to record to you all with a leg that was throbbing and a hip that was in pain, but my knee was in pain from surgery. But the way that my hip was, I couldn't move my leg for so long, and it got stiff in so many areas. So then it started causing other areas to have pain. And I had it wasn't really called anything. Well, it is, but my version of it, because I don't know what it's called. It's just basically other things. It's like an alignment breakdown of pain things that you have to rebuild back up. So once you have a certain thing, depending on what it is, it can weaken and add pain to other areas if you have surgery. So be mindful of that when you have surgery. Surgery isn't just that area thing. It affects your entire body. Little do you know. So, and for all of my people out there that are in CAS, excuse me, I just had some tea, that are in CAS, healing, just had surgery, on bed rest, I wish you nothing but healing, good enzymes, good minerals, good energy, high vibes, and just enjoying yourself. Put my music on. Put my music on. I got a couple joints. I got House of L for you. I got a Body Full of Light for you. I got one-on-ones for you. I got music for you. I got music for you. If you want me to put my YouTube on down, I will. But yeah, just heal. There's a lot of just nasty ego that people can't let go here, and one thing I realized that Chicago is not going to be a place I'm gonna run from. No. Chicago lets me know something. Chicago is my Gotham City. I know some people talk about Chicago from a musical hip hop standpoint, and it's been a lot of bad history, But I see an attack on Chicago. I see an attack on the South Side of Chicago black residents. The gentrification is getting out of hand. The gentrification is getting bad. The gentrification was bad. I grew up here, and in 30 years, I could tell you this. When it was mainly black people here, there was garbage and abandoned places. And now that there are white people, white females moving in, they're tearing down abandoned buildings or just certain lots that just weren't really used, and making them in a structural way where they could just like build whenever they want, but by also cutting it off and tearing down the building and demolition. So it's just a lot of cleanup, and the South Side of Chicago looks different from the color of the people walking down the street at times to the actual quality of the properties and the upkeep. And it's ridiculous. I almost cursed. I'm gonna say it's effing ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? There are a lot of brown girls and brown boys, children that grow up here and will grow up here and will be born here and will be bathed in BS, will be programmed negatively, will be abused, will be cursed out, will be threatened, will be opposed, and will be torn down based off a tired, beaten down, uneducated, and ignorant people that we have grown to be. And it's sad. You know, I sometimes when I look at my daughter's life, I feel away because I know there's so many children right now that are not being nourished, loved, properly given what they need to be. And this only grows something. This only amalgamates to something. And eventually these things in their minds, these concepts, these deficiencies, these lacks of will grow with them, and they'll grow into a people that my daughter will interact with, grow with, connect with. And to know that there are these children, a generation that are still lacking and being devoid, devalued, and destroyed. It's like, what can we do about that? What can we truly do about that? Like, on some real stuff, like, there are people being destroyed, children being destroyed, like, and I'm talking about everything I just said. You know, people don't know how to speak to them. People don't know how to communicate with them. People don't have the proper times to put the right energy into them. Most people aren't even right themselves to even be right for the child, mentally, spiritually, or physically. And these children get the half-in stick of a bullshit existence when they shouldn't. This life is beautiful. They should be able to grow, get stronger, get smarter, expand their creativeness. You know, they should be able to create new games, expel on the games that we used to do, always did. They should find new things. They should just enjoy themselves. And a lot of that is being taken away. A lot of parents are tired. A lot of parents are fat. A lot of parents are ignorant. A lot of parents are lazy. A lot of parents are scared, fear-based, don't want to get their hair wet, don't want to break their nails, don't want to get outside, don't want to get their feet there, whatever the case may be. Like, and their children aren't being played with, aren't being challenged, aren't being trained properly off their strengths and their talents and even their weaknesses to improve them. Children are beautiful, gorgeous, cosmic machines that can do any and everything. All it is the time that you put into it with them, with the love that you have, hopefully. But I know a lot of that love is diminished based off the tiredness, the working, and just the overall playing yourself, of draining yourself and not doing what you really supposed to be doing, learning and growing for yourself to even grow and learn with your kid. You know, a lot of these things that we do as far as like getting wrapped up in like being a consumer. We're not even consuming and buying the right proper things. You know, guns, seeds, building materials, drills, solar powered generators, boats, just real stuff that we could really use. I mean, like getting Giuseppe's and shoes and an abundance of this and that. You know, to put on your body, but yet you can't put the time and energy to work on your body for it to be truly beautiful when you're naked. But yet you'll spend all this money to put fabrics and cloth and coverings over your body to add value that isn't real. The only real value is strength. that creates real beauty, real physique, real curves, real definition. And just it's just real. You can't do makeup. Makeup is not real. Clothes are nice. Clothes are fashionable. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting clothes down. You can always express yourself. But if the clothes are makeup, then you're covering up a pimple. Your whole body is a pimple. If you got a pimple on your face and you put makeup on it, you're covering it up. If your body is oily, greasy, and out of shape, and you put clothes all over it with a hat and change up, try to, decrease your double chin and all this other stuff, and your big arms, and a little, something that's flowing over here and flowing over there, and maybe your ankle's a little swollen or fat. That's makeup on a big pimple. Your whole body is a pimple. It's time to cleanse, detox. Get rid of the pus, get rid of the gook. Drink some water, get some sunlight, move your body, drink cleanly, eat some fruit, eat dense, eat things with H3O in it. More fruits, more vegetables. Hydrate yourself in that element, in that way. Spring water, H2O. In so many ways, I think it kind of dries you out. I do know that spring water has more electrolytes than others, but still of some sort, make sure you stay with your fruits. Try to get as many fruits as you can. But don't feel like life is over for you. It's not. It's just where you need to put time and energy into. But the change is the change. We can't just keep talking about it in our brain. Yeah. So yeah, the children deserve more. You all deserve more. You all too are children, and you all too are children that deserve more. But I'll tell you this: the only deservance and the only giving of this, the only fulfilling of this deservance is only going to come from you, and only going to really truly be ensured based off us. And the us is us coming together. But us coming together, that could take a lot. That could take a lot. So I think the most important thing is just us learning to realize, to individually work on ourselves. It takes one, and we have to pop up, like just an awareness fire of those people that are changing the way that they want to be. They're not being negative. They're changing the way they talk, the way they flow, the way they move. And I myself, I too am a victim. Sometimes, like lately, I was wondering, I'm a big empath, right? Extremely big empath. And I know who I am. And lately, I've been picking up a lot of energies just being these other things. And they were not me, but I was it. And it was so tiresome. And I'm so glad it's over with. But I could just feel these ways, and being negative is draining. It's tiresome. I don't even think that people realize it while being in it. It's tiresome. Get you some rest, relax. It's just an inner fight. And it's really what it reminds me of so much is when I was a kid. Nobody be offended. I'm speak freely. I'm speaking with love. It is what it is. When I was a kid, me and my mom, we would watch some of my cousins at certain times. And some of my cousins, like in their early days, they would have like this, they would cry like in this certain way. And it took a lot for my mom to soothe them. A lot. I'm talking about a lot. And a lot of them were born with drugs in their system, and had birth ailments. I don't even know why I'm saying this. I just got lost in what I'm saying now, just because I'm feeling the vibe. So it just made me completely lose track of what I was even talking about. But my cousins would cry away, and it reminded me of something. It reminded me of something. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. That memory is so strong and powerful. You know what? Since it happened, I'll stay here for a little bit until whatever else comes back. But I remember soothing them. You know, I remember, being there. And I remember they being in so much pain. Oh, I remember what I was talking about. I was talking about the frustration of others. It reminds me of a child that cries internally behind the yelling of the eyes. It's like the child in them is crying in their brain and their emotions, wrapped up in their adult self, not developed. And it just reminds me of the crying of my cousins at times, because it was a different type of cry. It's a cry where, like, it doesn't even seem like it understands hope. Like, y'all don't understand. When you cry because you believe you're being heard. This cry, it wasn't about being heard. It was just about pain and abandonment. My cousins went through a lot. And I wish nothing but the best and healing for them on all accounts. I wish nothing but guidance and protection. And I know that over time, people have grown apart. This isn't about that. I will get back to overall frustration, but I really do hope. And maybe one day, or maybe now, I could be an example or another, a little bit more additive help, because, I'm not about to sit up here and make it seem like I'm some savior and I helped my cousins and I raised them. And no. My cousins gave me life. My cousins helped and saved me. My cousins gave me family. My cousins gave me bonds. My cousins gave me family. And if I could say anything, I really do truly miss my cousins. Every single one of them. I could sit up here and give a shout out to every single one of them right now. Every single one of them right now. Should I? No, I'm not gonna do that. But I love them. Love you all. But yeah, I see a crying child that is yelling in pain, and the frustration of these people that can't communicate. And I hurt. They've got the short end of a lot of sticks as well. Chicago is a very cold and can be ruthless place. It's a lot of just lying, sly stuff. It's a lot of just whatever. And that could definitely that ruins people. It ruins people's trust. It adds a callous on people's souls and spirits. So yeah. So it's just about being able to move past it. It's really hard for the people here, my people here, but it's doable. You have to put that inner work in. You got to breathe deeper. You got to learn how to move your body and close your eyes, close your mind. You got to learn to turn off the external voices. You got to learn to soothe yourself. You got to learn to change up that internal vibe, that internal rhythm. If you've been internally listening to a certain type of music, it's time to throw on some jazz. It's time to do some push-ups. It's time to stretch. Time to put some incense on. It's time to move a little slower. Time to talk a little slower. It's time to change the way you speak. Your inflections. It's time to enunciate. It's time to say what you really mean. And then it's also time to just be silent. You know, that way when you do speak, you speak, and it makes sense. It's not a waste of energy. A lot of you all don't understand speaking and talking, even thinking in itself, talking in your head, takes energy. It can tire you out. So if you're gonna do it in a way where it comes back to you. Do it in a way where it's fulfilling. Do it in a way where it doesn't deplete you. It's renewing. That's why it's always good to have good conversations with the right people. You don't feel drained. You feel empowered because you throw energy off them. They throw energy off you. You all take the same energy, double it up, throw it back to each other. Double it up, throw it back. It's fourfold now. It's eightfold now. Next thing you know, 16-fold. And you only 20 minutes into the 15 minutes into the conversation, and you all are just having a good flow and respectful and interested. You know what I mean? In a beautiful flow, and what is seen is beautiful. That's the way conversations and minds are able to go. We're supposed to electrify each other. We have the ability to electrify each other, not just make each other nervous or scared. We can make each other feel powerful, feel better, feel great, heal, amazing, and energized. But how many people do you interact with and you feel energized, being in their presence? So it just takes time, that inner work, feeding your body. Excuse me, I feel like I said that super hard. Feeding your body the correct things that you need. And only you know what you need. Only you know how to move and work what it is in your mind, in your life. Only you know what workout, what strength, and what area, what body part you need to improve on. Nobody can tell you that. Nobody can, only you. So you're the operator of your vessel. You're the operator of your mind. You're the generator of your mind. You're the generator of your vessel. You're the destroyer of your mind, and you're the destroyer of your vessel. So don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Get on out of here. I wanted to, I just had a lot to say with you all. I might actually go ahead and, who knows? I'll be on the next one. I still feel like I'm here with y'all, But look, I definitely want to say thanks for tuning in. By all means, if you would like to support, donate. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have nothing but you all right now, but it's okay. It's okay because you all are the only thing I need. And I'm gonna continue to focus. So, if you would like to donate, support, you can definitely do so via PayPal at Wickush, WICKUSH. Again, that is via PayPal at Wickush, WICKUSH. I will put the link in the description, and I do appreciate you all. Thank you. Also, BTWT's BTWT first edition. Don't forget. I'll put the link down. It's just a beautiful telepathy fashion conversation. You know what I mean? I will say, if you're gonna be wearing these, make sure you still work on your body. I want you in shape. I want you strengthening yourself. Even if you're out of shape and you working on yourself. When you put this shirt on, I want you to know you about business. I want you to know when you put this shirt on, either before you put it on, while you got it on, or if you take it off right after, there should be some stretching involved. There should be something where you're exerting a forceful energy from the earth, from the gravity, pushing yourself up, or with leg or arm. So you doing those deep squats, or you pushing up, or you doing something like, I need you to clean up that neural pathway so that it's efficient, it's clean, it's fast, so your mind can move just like your body can move. You deserve that. So if you're gonna wear these, work on yourself. I mean that. That's real talk. And I will put the link in the description. So go ahead, grab that BTWT. I appreciate you all. And I'm happy that I got them. I am. You know, it's so long I didn't have any merch, but I got something now. So thank God. And then lastly, what's lastly? Link app. Yeah, Link app. Check out Link app. Like I said, connect your work, your services, what you got going on with just an M&M size little tech. You tab to the back of your phone. You attach to the back of your phone. You can tap somebody's phone, laptop. They get your whole page about what you're working on, links to your music, your 3D designs, your new jacket designs, your tires that you design, you create, anything that you got going on. You know, from incense to perfumes to dresses or whatever the case may be. Check out Link app. You know what I mean? It can definitely assist and help you on the go give and transfer what you're about and what you got going on. So yeah. And I believe that's it. As always, I'm gonna always keep putting on Body Full of Light. I put it out a couple weeks ago. Actually, a month ago now. Yeah. I put it out August 4th. And I believe today is the 9th of September. Yeah. So yeah. So go ahead and check that out if you haven't, and if you have and you like it, hey, put it on replay. Like I said, I'm still working on some new music. I got back working on some stuff. Yeah. I'm back working on some stuff. I got yeah. I won't say I got some joints. I'm working. So but look, I appreciate you all. Thank you all. Keep your head up. Stay grinding. This here's that BTW. By the way, I am your host with the least amount of emotions, Mr. Bush. I wish nothing but guidance and protection for you all. If you need some Harataki, get you some. That means if you detoxing, you feel like you got some gastric problems, your blood isn't clean, you need to detox, you don't feel clean, you need to get some stuff out, parasites, whatever the case may be. This cleans you, this strengthens your blood, this cleans your blood, this strengthens your mind, your determination, your workouts, and improves your energy. And it is Harataki, Haritaki. So I wish you all nothing but the best. I'm gonna get out of here, and love, peace.